Hey guys, so today I'm going to film a haul video. I have 15 individual volumes of manga and then a box set of 23, which means that I bought 38 volumes of manga in total this month, which is insane because I thought that I was kind of like not spending as much money this month on manga, and then I ended up buying 38 volumes, which I hadn't planned on, but I don't regret. So we're gonna get right on into it. I'm going to be doing these in alphabetical order, not in the order that I bought them, because I don't remember the order that I bought them, and alphabetized is just easier. So let's start it all off. I bought Boruto Volume 2. This continues the story of Boruto, which I honestly don't remember much that happens in the first manga because I read it so long ago. I'm going to have to like reread it a little bit. I've been watching the anime and I enjoy the anime, but I think that it's doing something different, and like nothing that happened in the first manga seemed to happen in the anime. It's just kind of really weird. Another thing I got this month, technically last month, but it still sort of counts because I'm just counting it. I got Volume 1 of Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card Arc, and I mean, if you've seen any of the videos I've put out recently, I've put out 2 Cardcaptor Sakura themed videos in the past month because I love it. I love it a lot. It's great. The next thing I picked up, I kind of jumped on the hype train with this one. I picked up Golden Kamuy Volume 1. I didn't enjoy it as much as everyone else seems to be enjoying it. That's not to say that I didn't like it. It's just it wasn't quite as good as I was expecting. I'm still going to pick up all the volumes and continue along with it because the story has enough going on that I'm interested in it, but it just didn't live up to the hype for me. This one is about a guy who can't really die, and can he actually die? Is he really immortal? I don't know. He didn't die during the war, and now he's out seeking gold with his girl, and it's like, it's an interesting story, but it just wasn't quite to where I thought it was going to be. Next up, I picked up Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? This one was just kind of like an impulse buy that I had because I watched a few episodes of the anime when it was airing, and it was kind of alright. I enjoyed it, but I don't know, I saw these on the shelf in the bookstore and I'm like, oh, it's just after Christmas, I have tons of money. So I kind of just picked these one up on impulse, and I have read the first one, but I haven't read the second one. I really enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting to. It doesn't, like, I know from the cover it looks like it's just going to be like nothing but fan service, but it wasn't even that bad. Like, I don't think there was, well, I mean, there were some boob jokes, but it was, I was going to say it's integral to the plot, but I mean, it's not, but it kind of is. It's not in a way where it feels like it's pulling you out of the plot. It kind of just fits right in perfectly. I think I'm explaining that correctly. Probably not though, but I enjoyed it. Next up, I bought Volumes 1 and Volume 2 of the Occultic 9 light novels. I did a first impressions of Occultic 9 earlier this month. I really liked the first story. I felt like it just wasn't, it cut off before it really got interesting, so I'm hoping like the second volume gets a little bit better, we get a little bit more advancement in the plot. Some of the other characters finally might be able to get to show up, because a lot of the characters didn't even show up in the first book. Or if they did, they had like maybe a chapter and then it was just gone, they were just done. So this one is about nerds and the occult. Like, I am a nerd, I love the occult. So like, Occultic 9 is just kind of like, it's my jam. Also, the company that make this also makes like Chaos Head, Chaos Child, and Steins Gate. And Steins Gate, oh, it's so good. So I have high hopes for where Occultic 9 is gonna go. Also this month I picked up Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4 of Platinum End. Which is kind of silly because I've only read the first volume of Platinum End, but I couldn't just not pick them up. Like, even just for the cover art alone, these are like the most beautiful covers I have ever seen on a manga. Yeah. I'm currently in the middle of reading Death Note, which is another thing done by this author. Death Note is pretty cool. The first volume of Platinum End had some real good bones to it, and I feel like once it starts getting going, it's going to be really good. So I'm hoping that once I finally get to volumes 2, 3, and 4, I'll just be like right on and ready to go. I think I have all the volumes that are currently out in English. There might be a volume 5, I'm not 100% sure. This one is about people who are given powers by angels and they fight to become God, I think. Yeah, that's right. And it was so interesting, and it's something I haven't seen before that I was just like, yeah, let's just jump on this hype train. Another thing I bought last month was School Live Volume 1. This one has a fun story attached to it. This is actually the second copy that I've gotten. I only paid for one because I ordered it through Chapters and it got shipped to me, and that book, or the manga, was like horribly damaged. I think I took a picture, no, I definitely took a picture of it. If I find it, I'll like just put a little thing of it here or something on the video just so you can see what like the original volume looked like, because that, she was hurting. School Live, if you don't know what that is a manga about these girls who live in a school live. It might actually be School Live, I'm not 100% sure. I'm just saying live because they're alive and not everyone else is, because guess what? They're schoolgirls trapped in their school during a zombie apocalypse, and that was just everything that I needed at the time when the anime started airing. And then I didn't want to pick up the manga right away because there was only like 2 volumes out by the time I finished the anime, so I was like, I think I gave it like a good couple of years, and now there's a bunch of them, and I just realized like now I'm so far behind that I really need to get on it. But School Live was a great show when I watched it. It messed me up emotionally, and it was beautiful, and now I have the first volume of the manga, and I haven't read it yet, but I'm gonna love it, and I'm gonna get the rest of them. Next up, I bought Spice and Wolf Volume 1 of the light novels. Spice and Wolf was a really interesting show when I watched it back in the day. The light novel is just as good, but having to read it as opposed to watch it is like an entirely different beast. And I almost feel like I'd rather watch the anime than read the light novels, but I'm still going to continue on with them because I like the story, and obviously the novels go further than the anime did. And I kind of just want to keep on with their lives and keep going with it. And then the Wolf and Parchment thing, where it takes place after the Spice and Wolf, it's kind of like a spin-off sequel, and I really want to get into that too, but like I've got like, what, 19 volumes of Spice and Wolf to read first? But I only have Volume 1. This one is about a traveling merchant who ends up meeting with the harvest god, and they just have fun merchant slash economic adventures together, I guess is the best way. It's like Gods and Economics. Like it's a weird, great read. Another thing I picked up this month was To Your Eternity Volume 1. This, how did I hear about this? I was watching someone's video and they were talking about it, and it sounded really interesting. The cover looked really pretty, so I was like, yeah, why not? I'll impulsively buy it. This one is about, it's about this orb thing that ends up on the planet, or our planet, and then it just sort of like adapts and takes the shape of life on this planet. Like first it takes the shape of a wolf, and then it takes the shape of a boy, and then it just kind of like travels and stories happen around it, it seems. So it doesn't really get that far into where this story is going to go, and I still don't really know where this story is going, if it's just going to be like a bunch of really emotional episodic pieces of like humanity and what it's going to be, because I'm down for that, or where it's going to end up going. All I know is that I really liked Volume 1 and I really want to join on this ride. So, To Your Eternity. Another thing I picked up this month was Tokyo Ghoul Volume 6. This continues Sui Ishida. No, that's the author. This just continues the story. I haven't read Tokyo Ghoul in a while. I'm working on trying to get the volumes. It's taking me a while because I don't know. It's just taking a while, but now I got 6. And last but certainly not least of the single issue volumes, or single volume, the collection of single volume things I bought was was Triple X Holic Ray Volume 3. This continues on with the story of Watanuki, and like I need to know I kind of know what's happening because I read a spoiler in Tsubasa World Chronicle, and I shouldn't have read that volume, but I didn't know I shouldn't have read that volume until I had read more Holic, because I just don't understand English publishing of manga sometimes. Like, why would you publish it out of order? That's so rude. But it just continues along the story, and I gotta know why the witch Yuko is still alive. Like, I understand some of the things that happen because Tsubasa explains a little bit, but it doesn't quite explain it enough, and I'm hoping that in the explanation in Holic I get like a really clear-cut reason as to why she's still around. So, I mean, I'll get to it eventually. I think I still have to read Occultic Volume 2. I'm kind of trash at being clamp trash. And then, oh my god, it's so heavy. I also got this month the first box set of One Piece. This has volumes 1 to 23. It is beautiful. Oh, look at it. It's gorgeous. Of this, I've only read the first 2 volumes. I'm trying to space it out because... I gotta put it down, it's too heavy. I'm trying to space it out because I know that if I continue to read them like one after another, that I'll just get burnt out on One Piece because there's so many volumes of the manga. However, I am trying to catch up to current with One Piece by the end of the year. That is my goal anyway, is to be all caught up in One Piece, both the anime and the manga, by the end of the year. So, I mean, that's giving me plenty of time, but whew, it's a hassle. Yeah, actually that is it for this manga haul. It was 38 volumes. It's the most manga I think I've ever bought in a single month. Pretty sure. Yeah, that was pretty great. If you liked my video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more, because I talk about other stuff. I don't just do hauls. I talk about garbage all the time. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!